You know, something in my gut should have been telling me, like, BB was gonna get buffed. No, besides all the other soccer faces getting buffed. But when yesterday I decided to be a fucking dumbass and pulled on the swimsuit banner, and now I have MP2 Summer BB. And then she gets buffed. And now it's like, did BB really come home so I can get her extra attack a pen skill? Because now it's like really, really fucking good. Looks like it. Okay. So I can't even remember if I did a video about the original. I mean, not the original, but Summer BB. So she's built very, very similar to the OG BB. In fact, I'll bring her up right now, like stat wise. Literally the same. Literally the same. 1% less. MP charge, the same. I don't know why her alignment is chaotic evil. It should be chaotic Kouhai, and then the evil in parentheses. Just saying. Hit count. They're basically the same, except Summer BB has more hits on her Buster card. Alright. Okay, so first skill is the one that's buffed. It's not showing on the sites yet, but this is what it is. It's 30% attack at max rank, and then when you do an extra attack, you drop 20 stars. Let me repeat that. If you do an extra attack with BB, you drop 20 stars. So we're gonna get into that later, but it just means that her meme setups are way, way more effective now than they've ever been. You do not need to run like your other support with a 2030. You don't need to. So yeah. 50% crit damage, 800 star absorption, 30% attack, and dropping 20 stars on an extra attack is this skill now. My fucking god. Her like shenanigan, her BB shenanigans is now like gonna be like look so good. And the way like they're using Game Press, because they actually do have I don't like their reviews, like I'm not a fan of them, but their data is like top tier for like what I need. We'll get into that later. Second skill. This skill is ridiculous and is like, this is one of the reasons they're not buffing BB's MP. This skill is one of the reasons they're not going to buff it. So 50% battery, 3k heal, 20% buster. That's fine. It's fine. 50% MP damage, and then 1 turn evade. This skill is fucking loaded. It deserves the 7-turn cooldown. Because you don't ever see this on a skill. You do not ever see 50% MP damage on a skill. 50% buster, sure, but not MP damage. Like, it kind of sucks. Because you can't, unless you're like really good with your MP gains, which I don't think Summer BB is gonna have a problem with that. It really doesn't if you get arts card in the lock, which we'll talk about. But this skill is the reason they're not gonna buff her MP. If they buff her MP, it's gonna hit really, really fucking hard. For like the damage might double. Like for MP1, it literally might double if they buff the MP along with this buff. The buff here. Alright. What she is most known for. Faceless Moon. This locks your cards. So whatever cards you have in your deck, like when you're about to do your BBQs and all that. Um, this is gonna lock them down. So for 3 turns, you can use the same exact cards over and over. This is really nice for Summer Musashi, or Musashi in general. Musashi and BB, like, there's gonna be like one turn where you do like everything imaginable. You gen all the stars, you get all your MP back. You're gonna have turns like that with or a turn like that with Musashi and BB. Yeah, and then 10 turns every turn is nice. Now, after I go through this, I'll go over what I found on Game Press. So, arts buff, immune to burn. So you could bring her to fight Yang, but it's not. I mean, that wouldn't be terrible. This is more significant than you think. 2 stars every turn, debuff resist, and goddess essence, so she has 3% debuff resist. Okay, so no, not this page. This is all the. This is base. This is the base gain with I believe no crits. Yeah, I don't think this incorporates crits. No, it doesn't, and it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, crits do matter, just not by a lot. But anyway, so you gen 32 stars by doing a BB extra attack. So you don't need 3 cards to be locked. And this is when Phase's Moon is up, by the way. You don't need 3 of BB's cards. You just need 2. And you do the MP. So, N here means MP. So, I wouldn't recommend BBQ because that means you need to have 3 of BB's cards. So it's between these two. And as you can see, it really doesn't matter. It does not, order does not matter in this. As long as your quick card is last, you're gonna gen 18 stars, meaning all face cards next turn are guaranteed crits. Now, this does not work well with Super Orion. It doesn't, because he's like unless you can do a quick chain on the and you can't do that. You can't do a quick chain because of all the MPs going on. But Musashi, Summer Musashi, you like, she will be looping her MP against single targets. Her like arts, double hits, all that shit, she will go from 0 to 100 like in one card. Like this skill, like the fact that you can actually do a setup to guarantee like a really big chungus crit turn, like no RNG whatsoever, besides the RNG of actually setting it up. I think it's crazy. Especially because you kind of need to do something like that to gen that many stars when BB's third skill is up, because she soaks in like all the stars. Like she has 800%, so this goes to, it's not times 800, it's times like 9. Yeah, it's times 9. So that's 450. It's not insane. It's not insane. But yeah, NP. This is infamous for hitting like a wet noodle. Oh, I actually still have this up. Let's go. Professional streamer. Oh, they already adjusted it. Yeah, so before, BB was in the 2200 range, 22,000 range for AoE. now she is damn near close to Kiara without any of her shit going on. So that's not bad. Like when we look at like other, like for instance Sabers. That is not Sabers. Target. Yeah, like when we look at AoE Sabers, like she's hitting these numbers now. Like Arthur's damage is gimped because super large, so he doesn't hit as hard normally. But you're also almost always gonna get class advantage for these, especially Mordred. Mordred. If you're not getting class advantage, you're getting this damage mod. So yeah, BB does not have a damage mod. So, and you're not gonna fight Avengers too often, and if you're fighting Avengers, you're probably not fighting 3 of them at the same time. So yeah, like this damage is much better. This is much better. She's literally held back by the fact that she's immune cancer, and fighting Avengers is pretty rare. Just go through the skins for the coolers. This is like, honestly, this is so wholesome. This Rio artwork looks so wholesome for BB. Really plays up the chaotic Kouhai. Alright, and last thing is her CE. It's Buster and Art's performance while she's on the field. I'm not against the CE because, like, usually with BB you're not gonna be doing, like, she's there to lock down the cards and not really to do damage, so her having the CE isn't bad. It's just like maybe you want to run like something like 2030, and then like both your supports running 2030. So like at that point, you don't even need to worry about like what cards you lock down with BBs. You just need to get her cards and a Brave Chain, and then you're good to go. So is Summer BB worth summoning for? I want to say she's a very high ceiling unit. You put her on the field to do some big brain shit, like to guarantee 3 turn shit. That's why you bring Summer BB. The scenario I set up is mainly for Buster servants that cannot gen Throne Stars, like full-on gorillas. I would say Ibuki, but Ibuki does not have a problem getting stars, especially for how you mostly use Ibuki. I think she's worth like a 2 or 3 multis at most. Do not go broke going for Summer BB. And right into regular BB. Sakura. That's not a passion thing. First skill. Cleanse, HP, debuff immunity. This skill is actually way better than I thought because this allows you to farm with servants like Fran, Cat, Okita, maybe? Okita. It allows you to do farming with them because BB will cleanse their stun, and then she will make it so they won't get stunned on their next MP. So as a utility for a servant, everyone is able to get at any time starting next on Tuesday, like regardless of server. This is very good, especially for low cooldown. He's good. Like a lot of just stuff you can set up. Next skill is removes evasion or invincibility, and then up to 100% stun. This skill isn't bad. It's just not doesn't have the oomph, especially because it's one stun. This is cool. It's only one enemy getting stunned, so maybe you could use the buff, but this is not the skill that got buffed. This is now. I just did this for Summer BB. They have the same skill, like same exact values. Perfection, like unchanged again. Arts buff, and now when she does an extra attack instead of dropping stars, she turns the whole party's MP by 10%. This skill is, in conjunction with her MP, is really good if you're in an arts team. Insanely good if you're in an arts team. Especially Tomo and Castoria together. Like, those two in particular, working together with PV. I think you won't have downtime. I don't think you will have downtime with any skills. That's how nuts it can get. Passive skills, magic resistance B, item construction for debuff, and that is for this skill. Increases stun chance. And territory creation, arts performance. Really good. So 50% arts buff. I mean 40% arts buff. And this skill is active. Nothing much to say about this. Probably go for this. No. Go for this and this. But oh wait, no, you can't. Oh, you can't because she's welfare. Oh, that sucks. You can't even do this stuff. This extra attack on her would be so good. Oh, come on, lasagna. Alright, her MP. It is single target arts and charges the MP by 20%, like Lolly Vinci. If you got her originally, you're at here. If you didn't, you're at here. But it's like 2 rare prisms. And if you already bought all the Mystic Codes, you probably should start getting your BB copies up to both her and Santa Santa Altera. I'm trying to remember the like actual name. It's I'm blanking on it. Also debuff resistance for more stun chance. Oh, that annoys me that I can't remember it right now. Her CE is party-wide arts quick cluster. Is she good? Yes. She is really good now. This buff fixes a problem that I didn't even realize she had. And that's just like making her like really playing up this part. No, I'm probably just gonna add this on to the Summer BB video since I just speed ran through this. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Peace.